halfway through the year. Can't believe it. It's absolutely flown by. Oh, someone else has said no sound as well. Okay. I think something just went live, so hopefully people can hear me now. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. We're good? Cool. Maybe I'll just repeat a little bit of what I said then, because I think maybe we weren't live just before now. For those of you who join us every month, welcome back. And you might be thinking, James looks a little different. That's because you've got me today. I'm Brittany, head of marketing. Hopefully some of you have seen me before, but if not, lovely to be here. And our lovely James is in an airport right now in the UK, or traveling to, so he wasn't able to jump on and lead this one. So I will be taking us through this one. I'm based in New Zealand, so it's about 9 p.m. for me. We've got Marta who will be jumping on to join us. She's coming to us from sunny Poland, so it's early morning for her, I think about 9 a.m. And then we have Suchi manning the comments, and she'll be joining us in a little bit as well. And she's in China, so I think it's about 5 p.m. for her. If you do have any questions, feel free to flick them through in the chat. Suchi will answer as we go, and I might even bring them up on the screen as well. Just to kick off, Jim, I see, has said, will we be at ECC? Yes, we will. So Marta will touch on this more shortly, but we will be there, and we hope we can meet some of you. So let's kick off then. We've made it to July. We're officially halfway through 2024. It's flying by this year, and June has been another awesome month for us. We've had a lot of really cool stuff being rolled out, a lot of awesome partnerships, and we are just kicking off a really exciting campaign as well. So we'll touch on all of that shortly. Let's start off with the core product. So something that we're super proud to have achieved, I think it was last week we managed to hit it, might have been the week before, was our 200 supported networks. So as some of you will know, we started off in the Polkadot ecosystem, and it gave us a really good footing to be a multi-chain partner from the outset, because we learned how to support all the different parachains in Polkadot. And so we quite easily were able to learn to adapt and just go beyond that and try to support all the developers out there, especially the ones building multi-chain projects. So you don't need to use different indexes. You can use SubQuery to index data from Polkadot and Polygon and DYDX over in Cosmos, for example. So yeah, after Polkadot, we expanded. We went out to Cosmos from there, starting with Juno, then Avalanche, then Algorand, Near came quite soon after, and then we went into the EVM space. We now support about 50 EVM chains, I think, and we also more recently did Stellar and Concordium as well. But it's an incredible feat to reach 200 supported networks. I think there's very, very, very few other indexes that do support that many chains. And we made it a huge priority over the last year or two to just expand to as many networks as we could, so that we can support as many developers as we can and help developers expand to new chains easier by using SubQuery. Cool. So also RPCs. As many of you will know, we started out as an indexer. We launched the SubQuery network in February to become a infrastructure marketplace, not just indexes. So the first step there was adding decentralized RPCs. We started with a few in the EVM space, and a few weeks ago we added decentralized RPCs for Polkadot and Kusama. So we are the first decentralized RPC endpoints available in Polkadot and Kusama. So that was another awesome feat for us to have reached, and a nice little nod of the hat to our home ecosystem, Polkadot. We're always going to want to support them and make sure we can help developers there because they treated us so well, and that's where we got our starting out. So we're always going to make sure we can support Polkadot developers in every way. As always, we are rolling out new support for new networks. So as I say, with reaching that 200 networks milestones, I think when we got to about 185, we really put our heads down and wanted to reach that 200 mark. So we've rolled out a bunch of supported networks, including Tyco, Neo Network, U2U Network, and Nautilus Chain. And we're definitely not stopping. We've just announced Citria today, I believe, and we'll be announcing more soon. With that said, we've also rolled out automatic support for any new EVM network. So if you're building a layer 2 chain or a layer 1 chain that's fully EVM compatible, SubQuery can support indexing on your chain very lightning fast support. So all you need to do is fill out a GitHub form. The QR code on the screen will lead you to that GitHub form. It's probably 10 or less fields. It's not much to fill out. Just give us all the information we need. And then within minutes, we'll be able to support indexing for your chain. And we are always happy and excited to work closely with new ecosystems and new chains. So we'll do a workshop for developers in your ecosystem. We'll put work into getting added to your developer docs. We'll do a marketing announcement with you. We want to really get involved and integrated with every new chain that we support. So if you are building an EVM, definitely hit that QR code and also get in touch with us. Or if you know of anyone, then make sure to let them know. We are very happy to work with new ecosystems. We know there's so many incredible layer 2s popping up, and we want to be the first indexer to help your developers there. We've also got a bunch of new customers rolling in. One of those customers is Dimension. They are a really cool Cosmos-based project. They've had actually quite a lot of hype around them, and we're very proud to not only support indexing for their chain, but they choose to use SubQuery for their indexing needs. So Yishay, the CEO of Dimension, has said here that Dimension currently uses SubQuery to monitor data for our hub and rollups, including IBC transfers, swaps, burns, and more. This switched from Firebase cron jobs, which we used previously, significantly improved performance. The SubQuery framework is user-friendly and stable with helpful examples in the repository. So awesome quote to have from Dimension, and super happy to help them out. Another one was Archway. Griffin Anderson said SubQuery allows us to index and query data quickly for their Amber marketplace. Having the GraphQL API ready to access the on-chain data helped speed up our front-end development. I think Archway is another Cosmos-based project as well, actually. So it's awesome to see the customers flowing through from Cosmos. And then we also have Polytope Labs, who have said they're using SubQuery to index both ISMP events and transactions on supported EVM chains and the Hyperbridge chain. This enables seamless tracking of cross-chain messages and allows us to collect valuable metrics for both Hyperbridge and its relayers. We chose SubQuery primarily for its robust transaction indexing support on EVM chains and support for substrate chains. So like I mentioned earlier, here's a project that is trying to index data in the EVM space, but also in the substrate chain space. So that's your Polkadot and Kusama usually. They've chosen SubQuery because we can help them index data across all those different networks. You don't need just an EVM indexer and then a substrate chain indexer. Beautiful. So that brings us to community growth. So we'll bring up lovely Suchi to the screen to talk through a bit of the community growth that we've experienced lately.
Thanks, Bertie. Thanks. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see you all in the new month. Actually, in the last month, we got a very exciting sprint camping sessions with more than 400 people has participated in. And I saw everyone took it very seriously and had creative a lot of the great work, and as well as we got lots of winners to be announced. And we saw everyone is very activity in the community and also in the Twitter and the YouTube. So thanks a lot for all the participators, and let's just congratulations to the 5 top winners, and each of the 5 top winners will get $100 in SQT, and we have already announced the result in our community, and so let's congratulations everyone. And we also have the phase 2 teams, the winners, which is we win $50 in SQT per person, and we also grateful everyone with their hard work. Everyone is learn more than 4,500 XP in the Zealy. So everyone doing the very great job. And also to encourage more people to participate. And also we want to reward more people. So we also set up the winners. The 10 random winners will get a certain SQT, $13 SQT for each. And for the rules for this time, for the random, the prize, we choosing the people who first get which point. So let's congratulations to the 10 people. And as we announced in the 1st of June, 2 non-ambassador people after the monthly task with the highest point at the autumn leaderboard will become our 2 ambassadors. So at the new beginning of the July, we got 2 new ambassadors. Let's congratulations our ambassador Alex and Chen, which is from Russia and from Vietnam. Alex is from Russia. He's very activity in Russia regional channel and almost chatting every day with people, and with the high socks he got 2010 the top 20 team on the leaderboard. And also Tan is from Vietnam, and he has been our winner of the member of the week. So we can tell he's very activity people in our community, and we feel very honored to have our 2 new ambassadors here. And also, we'd like to talk about our member of week. As everyone know, we will have 1 member to be member of week in each week in our community to reward people who get the contribution for the community and activity with chat with people. And we got 3 members of week for last month. Score is from China, is very activity people in the Chinese regional channel, always chat people and always helping people. He's also our ambassador. And the Liver is ambassador, is a long time supporter, is long time holder for in SubQuery community. He is an ambassador and also indexer. He's very actively respond to our first governance vote. So yeah, congratulations. And also Alexei is from Russia community, and he's been in our community from February, and since the beginning he's very activity, always to be to give us a lot of contributions. And so congratulations all. Yeah, and but this is all from June, but we got very exciting thing in the July. So Brittany, do you want to tell us about more about the delegation thing?
Yes, definitely. Thanks, Uchi. Just also to quickly mention on the member of the week, we're always keeping a close eye there. Such is always looking out for who the top member of the week could be, someone that is particularly helpful to new members, someone that's creative and making cool stuff, someone that's technical and helping onboard new node operators. It doesn't matter what you are. If you just shine any week, you will become a community member of the week and you'll get $30 SQT just like that. So awesome to see the ones that we've had so far, and yeah, hopefully you might be next. Cool. That brings us to July, or more importantly, July 5th. That's this Friday. That is 2 days from now. We have the SubQuery Summer Delegation Frenzy campaign starting. So as the screen says, delegators start your engines. We have this cool neon motorbike kind of theme for this campaign, and it's all about our delegators. So for anyone that is brand new, delegating is our term for staking on the SubQuery network. So staking your SQT tokens on your favorite node operators. It is so simple, very easy. I know we're an infrastructure project and it's a bit of a technical project, but when it comes to delegating or staking your SQT, anyone can do it. I do it and I'm not technical. So if I can do it, any of you can as well. Let me go here for some more details. Cool. So it's running for 15 weeks starting Friday, the 5th of July. We're letting everyone know a bit early so that you can make sure you go get your SQT and delegate on the SubQuery network. Obviously, if you don't do it just before Friday, that doesn't matter. Jump in anytime. We're just letting you know now because you'll have ample opportunity to earn points, but you can jump in at any stage and still earn loads of points. It will be similar to our Seekers program for anyone that participated in that, in terms of you complete challenges, you climb the leaderboard, and you earn points. However, this one will be more focused on that delegation. So staking your SQT tokens on the SubQuery network, you're looking at challenges like staking on your first node operator, and then different challenges like staking or delegating on 5 different node operators, redelegating, so moving your stake tokens from this node operator to another. It's all about learning how to navigate the SubQuery network and delegating your tokens. And if you're not yet delegating on the SubQuery network, now is the perfect time to start. At the end of the campaign, there'll be a huge SQT rewards pool, which will be airdropped to all valid participants. Unlike the Seekers program, there's no KYC required for this campaign, because we know everyone partaking is going to be, you need to be a valid participant, you need to delegate 3,000 SQT for at least 2 full errors. An error is 1 week, so 2 weeks worth of delegating that minimum SQT makes you valid. So there's no need to do KYC, and we know everyone that meets that threshold will be a valid participant and deserves to earn in those rewards. And the second to last point here, the prize pool will jump up each time we hit one of the delegator milestones. So it's called prize pool boosting. And that's to say that if you all work together, let your friends know about it, make sure everyone jumps in. If we hit 3,000 valid delegators, the rewards pool is 3 million SQT. Beautiful. If we jump that up to 4,500 delegators, then the prize pool boosts to 5 million. Jump it to 6,000 delegators, the prize pool jumps to 7 million. And if we can reach 10,000 delegators, then the entire prize pool jumps up to 10 million SQT. And we'll obviously reveal how it will be distributed all in due course. But of course, the people with the more points are going to earn more SQT of that prize pool. So it's not like having 10 million SQT is equally divided amongst 10,000 valid delegators. It's going to be based on who's done the most and who's earned the most points. will get more SQT. So it makes sense for you to want to boost your prize pool. So make sure you tell your friends, tell your family, come and jump in. As I often say, it's just win, win, win. So that brings us to the Zealy sprint that we will have going alongside the Summer Delegation Frenzy campaign. So in June, we had June surfing. For the next couple months, we're going to have the Summer Delegation Frenzy sprint in Zealy. So you're already going to be partaking in the campaign itself on the Frenzy landing page. And then on Zealy, you'll earn points just for doing those same tasks. So all the things that are on the delegation campaign, you'll also get points for in Zealy. And there's big prizes up for grabs. So first place is going to get 1,000 SQT, second place 800, and so on down to fifth place. Plus, there's going to be 10 random prizes of $100 SQT each. So you're going to earn points on Zealy, potentially earn SQT through Zealy. You're going to stake your tokens on the SubQuery network where you receive rewards just for staking your tokens. So you're earning SQT that way. Then you're completing challenges in the Summer Delegation Frenzy as well, and you're earning in the SQT prize pool. So you're just earning SQT left, right, and center. It's the perfect time to jump in, complete the challenges, prove that you've completed them on Zealy, earn points, and just bask in the rewards and earn SQT. It's going to be super exciting, and we can't wait for everyone to join. I see someone has just asked about KYC. And so just to reiterate, no KYC required, people. No KYC required. I know for some of you that was a bit tricky during Seeker's campaign. On our side, it also was quite a lot of work to get through all that KYC, and it's just not going to be required for this campaign because you do need to reach the valid threshold, which is 3,000 SQT for 2 full errors. 1 error is 1 week. So for 2 weeks worth of delegating SQT, you're a valid delegator and you're eligible. No KYC required. Okay. Cool. So that is the upcoming delegation campaign. It's going to be super awesome. We're going to do heaps of exciting things about it, around it. There'll be lots of reveals, and yeah, as of right now, the countdown is on. 2 days until it starts. There's going to be lots of random loot boxes. So you complete challenges, earn rewards, but you can also jump in, open loot boxes, and you might earn something crazy in a loot box. You might earn a little sprinkling of points. You never know. So make sure you're constantly checking back, because those loot boxes, I think at least once a week, you'll have a loot box. So make sure you're coming back in and seeing what you've earned. Moving on, we are still hosting X Spaces on a fortnightly basis. So every 2 weeks, we host an X Space, generally talking about one of the hottest Web3 narratives and getting some of our friends and partners projects to come along and talk as well. So we did a layer 2 space with Linear and DYDX. We also had a couple other layer 2s really wanting to get involved, but they couldn't make the date or the time work. So we're planning to do another layer 2 space in a few weeks' time. And then the other one we did in June was Web3 Gone Serverless, which is in celebration of our serverless event that we will be co-sponsoring around ECC. So Marta will touch on that a bit more, but everyone that we got onto that space from LFIM, RootScan, and Chainbase, they're all also speaking at that same event in Brussels. So we hope some of you will be coming along to that. And both of those spaces were really awesome chats with some really cool people. And now Suchi will help me bring up Marta so she can talk us through all the wonderful events that we're going to be attending.
Thank you, Brittany. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lovely to be here again. Hi, everybody. Yes, we are planning to join ECC week in Brussels, which will be extremely busy. Actually, we should share our personal working calendars here just as a joke, because it's absolutely crazy, the number of side events people we want to meet, partners, friends, followers. This is really hectic. And here we wanted to share with you like one of the biggest events we will join, and we'll have some strong presence. So you have a chance to meet us, and we of course would love that. So please stop by, reach out to us and say hi. So just to go through some of the events, we are starting strong with serverless. Brittany already mentioned a few things about it. This is an event that we co-host with. We are one of the partners with Aleph IM team, Libert AI, and 26. Those are the main hosts, and we are partnering with them. And we will have James on one of the panels. Let me just check some details around that. It will be on the enabling AI function on the blockchain, and he will be joined by Akash team, by Lily Pat, and someone from Semiotic, so quite a strong panel. I think it's happening sometime around 2 p.m. Please check the Serverless Brussels website for more information. Would love to see you there. It's on Sunday, so that's just a strong start for an entire week. We'll have also there a booth. And yeah, we are coming, me and James, and also actually our DevRel magician, Boris, will join us in Brussels for an entire week. And of course, you will see us at ECC. That's the main event. Plenty of good talks that we want to attend and people we want to meet. So we'll be there. We will also pop in for the Agents Unleashed event, which is organized by OLAS, team that we collaborate with, and you can hear more about it at the event as well. James will be joining one of the panels about infrastructure alongside Fala. And let me check who's also there. Alterscope, Spectral, Flock, and more. So quite a big panel. You can hear more about the infrastructure in Web3 issues, the future challenges, and how to overcome them. So James will be speaking there as well. And of course, not to forget about the flagship event for Polkadot ecosystem, which is Decoded, also happening alongside ECC events in this week, which is absolutely great because in 1 week you actually have events happening from different ecosystems that we are part of, from Ethereum to via Cosmos to Polkadot, which is a great opportunity for us to connect with our partners, network teams that we support, and our customers. At Decoded, James will be speaking about the big milestone we've achieved this year about the decentralized network, and we are very keen to hear the talk. It's happening on the 11th of July, so please come by. Also, we'll have a booth there, so stop by our booth, get some merch, say hi, grab a hug. We are waiting to meet with you there as well. Other big events we're going to attend is, of course, Modular Summit and Nebular Summit by the end of the week, both Cosmos-related events, maybe Modular a bit broader one, but yeah, we'll be all around the city. Those are just the biggest events, and yeah, we are definitely looking forward, super excited, and please drop by our booth and say hi if you meet us. We're looking forward to see you.
Beautiful. Yes, I think if anyone is going, hopefully some of you are, definitely track down Marta and James and Boris and maybe get a little selfie and share it on Discord. We'd love to see. Maybe we can even give you some bonus XP on Zealy or something. And just to touch on serverless as well. So that's the first one coming up on the 7th of July. We actually have a couple of tickets that we'd love to give to some community members. I think generally the price is about €75. They might be on sale right now. Actually, there's only a few tickets remaining, and I think I saw like last ticket sale, but don't buy one. Send me a message. We have a couple tickets. So first in, first served. If you're going to be going, heading over to Brussels, please do come to the event. See us speak, and yeah, I'll hook you up with the ticket. So send me a message. Thanks, Marta.
Thank you.
Cool. That brings us to SubQuery Foundation. And 1 second. Okay. Cool. So the SubQuery Foundation, a couple things on the governance side of things. So we did our initial SubQuery governance proposal, which was basically a proposal describing how the governance process would work. And that obviously passed. Go check it out. I will actually just link the governance page here, and you can check out the first one and the additional ones after that. So yeah, the first one kind of just explained how we want the governance process to work, how people can propose them, how they'll be voted on and things like that. So that passed. The second one was a network fair use policy describing some overall rules for the network fair use that can't be encoded in some contracts. So it's kind of a general policy that we expect everyone to abide by, but we can't embed that into the smart contract. And that one passed as well. And then we have one coming up, which is a refund for those that sent token to our burn address. So have a look on the discussion forum and get ready to vote. I've just linked it in the channel, so you can check out that STP1 and yeah, get prepared to vote on that. If you're one of the ones that was affected by accidentally sending your tokens to a burn address, then please obviously vote and get that across. And we love to hear from you all. You're our community. You're the ones that matter, and we want you to contribute to the future of the network. So it's really important that you check out these proposals and have your say. Cool. We're also releasing a bunch of weekly education articles. So generally it's a Friday. It's been almost every Friday the last few weeks, and it's on something that is maybe topical in Web3, something that we think people could use education on. So for example, the last few weeks we've done Web3 gaming, we've done DePIN and how SubQuery is a DePIN project, and we've also talked about the Ethereum ETF approval that went through. All three of those really cool thing in Web3. And Nicholas, who's in the chat, our marketing manager, writes these beautifully laid out articles that just walks you through these concepts in a really easy to understand manner. So make sure you're reading those. Feel free to go and check out the last few if you're curious about gaming, DePIN, ETF approvals. Definitely go check them out, because it's a really nice, easy way to ingest some information that can often be a bit full of kind of jargon or technical concepts and things like that. And so that brings us to the SubQuery network. So last era, another great era for us. As you'll see, probably the main thing to point out here is the number of delegators, and we've got a little asterisk there. You will see that that number dropped. I think it might have been around like 1,100, so dropped by 300-ish. Simply because we were calculating and reflecting the all-time number of delegators. So anyone that had popped in and delegated and then popped back out again for whatever reason was in that total number. Now more accurately reflecting the number of delegators that we currently have delegating in the network. So that's the goal we're starting with, or the number we're starting with for this delegation campaign that we've launched. And we're going to try and jump up to that 3,000 mark to hit the first prize pool boost of 3 million SQT. So that's kind of the key figure to point out here. As you can see, the estimated median APY for delegators is 15%. So that is to say that your expected annual yield on your staked SQT tokens is 15%. So that's a really great APY. And I mean, I've been saying it's win-win-win. That's where you get the return directly on the SubQuery network. You will receive rewards. Next is free RPCs. So for anyone that is building an app or building something in the Web3 space and needs access to RPCs, which is everybody. It's kind of a fundamental building block of Web3 infrastructure. You can access free RPCs now from the SubQuery network. Not only that, they're decentralized and they're free. I mean, what more could you want? So to get those, just head over to the SubQuery network app, and there's also a blog article that we've really simply broken down how to access those free RPCs. So I'll link that in the channel here as well. And yeah, just need to head to the app and navigate to the chain of your choosing. I think there's at least 10 RPC endpoints there, a few EVM ones, of course, the recently added Polkadot and Kusama as well. So jump over there, get access to free RPCs, and know that they're fully decentralized as well. So you are contributing to a decentralized tech stack if you use our RPCs, and then use our decentralized indexes as well to completely decentralize your app. The next thing was Subgraph hosting is now live. So we announced this last week. We already had have a really beautiful guide on how you can migrate your Subgraph, which is the term for the graph indexing projects as a subgraph. So you can migrate from the Subgraph to a SubQuery project and experience a lot of the performance and feature enhancements that we offer. So SubQuery is 3.9 times faster than the graph, and we have a bunch of different features that we can offer that the graph doesn't offer. However, if you are looking for the most simple, seamless solution to move away from the graph, you can now deploy your Subgraph to the SubQuery network as is. So you don't need to worry about changing the code and having a look at the kind of intricacies of Subgraph versus SubQuery and moving that over. You can simply deploy your Subgraph to the SubQuery network and take advantage of our decentralized indexes, grab your RPCs while you're there. The SubQuery network is there to be an infrastructure marketplace and kind of a one-stop shop for your Web3 infrastructure needs. So if you're interested in deploying your Subgraph, definitely head over, and I will send the recent blog article on this as well in the channel, but it's super quick and easy to do. All right, and that brings us also to our mastery series. So these are articles that we're generally releasing every Monday, and they're all about navigating the SubQuery network better, or learning how to navigate it, and then also making sure you're doing it the best possible way, maximizing your rewards, making sure your SQT is positioned in the best possible way to give you those top rewards. So more recently, we've done how to bridge your SQT to the Base network. SubQuery network is built on Base. So if you buy your SQT from Bybit on the Ethereum network, you're going to need to bridge that over to the Base network to use it on the SubQuery network. It's very easy to do, and that blog article there breaks it down for you super simply. We've also done one on migrating from the managed service to the SubQuery network. So we offer a managed service which is centralized. If you want to decentralize your tech stack, move it across to the SubQuery network. Again, this guide will help break it down very easily for you. And finally, maximizing your APY as a delegator. So everyone here is hopefully delegating. If you're not, hopefully you are soon, because you want to join in the delegation campaign, the delegation frenzy. So once you're delegating, go check out this guide on how to maximize your APY. Make sure you understand what node operators are going to give you the best rewards, and how to move your SQT around when the time is right to make sure your APY is constantly at the top of where it should be. And rest assured, if you just stake your SQT on a delegator, on a node operator, you don't need to really be on top of it and moving things around and things like that. But there are a few little tips and tricks that we've outlined in this guide that makes sure you are earning or receiving as much SQT rewards as you possibly can. Okay, that brings us towards the end now. So anyone that is here and keeping an eye on Zealy and waiting for our code word, here's the code word. Go delegate. Go delegate. Read that subliminal messaging as you will. I know I've said it enough on this call, but go delegate and enter it into Zealy while you're there to earn some XP. All one word, not case sensitive, so it shouldn't really matter, but write it in as it is here, all lowercase. Go delegate. And that brings us to our winner of the $100 SQT. Suchi's going to send it here in the channel, but I believe it's Coffee So Good. Coffee So Good. Love that username. And you are our winner of the random lucky draw of $100 SQT. So Suchi will get in touch with you. We just need your wallet address, your base network wallet address, and then we will send out that SQT to you straight away. So congratulations, and make sure you're all telling each other to jump in and join next month's community call, because it's that easy. All you have to do is show up. You don't need to do any work, and you could potentially win $100 SQT. So congratulations to Coffee So Good. Awesome. That brings us to the end of our updates. Another huge month, and July is looking to be even bigger with Marta and James and Boris heading off to all these in-person events. Jim from Counterpoint, I see you're going to be there. Awesome. We'd love to catch up with you. And yeah, with the staking delegation campaign, it's going to be a huge month, and we hope you're all ready to go delegate your SQT, earn some points, open some loot boxes, and get some random prizes. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat here. If I don't see them, definitely put them through on Discord afterwards. We have a question here about SubQuery supporting Solana. So I don't want to reveal too much, but just keep your eyes peeled. Currently, we don't support Solana. Yes, they have a very fast indexing speed. Yes, I mean block speed, sorry. So therefore, the indexing speed also needs to be very fast, but it is something that we are really on top of, because we know Solana is a lot of people's favorite chain right now. It's got a lot of hype behind it. People really believe in Solana. So we'd be silly not to get involved there as well. So as I say, just keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you're following our socials on Twitter, also on Discord. We will, more to be revealed. Okay. Any other questions anyone has? Will Bybit support Base for SQT? If I'm not mistaken, Bybit doesn't support Base deposits in general. So it's not just an SQT thing. It's a Bybit and Base thing. Hopefully I haven't got that wrong. We're definitely checking in with them regularly. We're trying to make that change, and I think they will soon enough. Can't give you any guarantee or timeline, unfortunately. We want it as much as you do, and we'll definitely announce it when it's ready. And we're definitely checking in and speaking to Bybit about that. But yeah, it's a kind of more of them supporting Base more widely than just SQT, but we're on it. We will keep touching base with them until we can give that to you guys. Any other questions? Oh, okay. We have a part 1, part 2. question coming through. Part 1, there are 2 indexes, both index about 40 projects. One has a commission of 30%, the other 20%. Indexer delegators with a 30% commission receive a higher APY. Indexer delegators. Okay. I'm confused because it says indexer delegators, but in that instance, the indexer that has a commission rate of 30% that's them setting their commission rate of how much they're going to earn from the rewards pool of the work that they do. So they're taking more of that. They're taking 30% while the other is taking 20%, meaning that the share going towards their delegators for the first indexer is 70%, for the second indexer is 80%. So generally, as a delegator, you want to look for an indexer that has a lower commission rate. 20% is the minimum, so they're all going to have at least 20%. Because it generally means that 80% of those rewards are going to you as delegators. However, someone may have a 30% commission rate and be doing a hell of a lot more work, incredibly reliable, and that's probably why they're putting their commission rate higher, because they know that they're worth it. So it's not to say just look for the person with the lowest commission rate because you know you're going to get more rewards. That's not strictly how it works, but indexes are going to generally they're going to keep their commission rate around that 20 to 30-ish% because it is an attractive number for delegators. You want the indexers want to delegate just as much as the delegators want an indexer with a lower commission rate. So hopefully that makes sense. Ultimately, the indexer with the higher commission rate, of course, is going to receive a higher portion of rewards. But if they attract less delegators, then they're not going to get as many rewards. So it's kind of a balance of making sure you're attractive to delegators and obviously you're receiving a good APY on the work that you do. Hopefully that makes sense. If we haven't quite answered you correctly, then definitely send a message in Discord or Telegram, and we'll make sure we're answering you to your satisfaction. Okay. Part 2, what is the reason in the allocation of tokens for each project on the part of the indexer? I don't totally understand your question here. In the allocation of tokens for each project on the part of the indexer. Maybe flick a message on Discord or Telegram. It may be that we just need to understand your question a little bit better, or it may be that James or Ian need to jump in and answer you here. Really good questions. Hopefully it makes sense what I've explained about I know this is part 2 to the part 1 of the previous question. So hopefully it makes sense that a node operator with a higher commission is generally going to earn a higher APY if they're doing as much work as a node operator with a lower commission, because they're taking that higher portion of the rewards. But to stay attractive to delegators, they're going to want to have a lower commission rate. So there's all a balance there on attracting delegators and performing the work to receive rewards. Okay, and maybe just one last one here. A lot of bad reviews about the Polkadot ecosystem. What is your opinion? Interesting that you say that. I interestingly came across 2 tweets today about how incredible the technology in Polkadot is. So there's definitely a lot of diehard fans of Polkadot, the technical aspects of Polkadot. We definitely have a lot of love and loyalty for Polkadot. We started out there. They really helped and supported our growth over there. The teams over there are awesome. So we're definitely a fan of Polkadot. I know a lot of people talk about how marketing is the real issue of Polkadot. So I think there's a lot of people that think the technology is just maybe the best of the chains out there, but the marketing isn't there to bring awareness. I think it's probably a divisive one, but specifically on behalf of SubQuery, I will definitely say that we have a lot of love and loyalty for the Polkadot ecosystem, and we'll continue to back them. But of course, we now support 200 chains as well. So we think there's a lot of super promising layer 1s and layer 2s out there. We think the future is multi-chain. We don't see any one particular chain dominating the entire Web3 ecosystem, and that's why we've worked so hard to be a multi-chain project. And then the last part of this obviously talks about Bybit supporting Base for SQT. As I mentioned, we're in touch with Bybit, regularly checking in. It's more of a matter of Bybit supporting deposits on Base. It's not an SQT thing per se. So hopefully they do that soon, and then we'll make sure SQT is supported straight after that. And we'll definitely keep everyone updated, because we want you to be able to access SQT as quickly and easily as possible on the Base network, so you can put it straight to work on the SubQuery network. We understand it's not ideal getting your SQT from Ethereum and then having to bridge it over to Base. There is definitely a Uniswap pool on Base. I think both Gate and Crypto.com support purchasing SQT on Base. Don't hold me to it, but I do believe that's the case. But yeah, Bybit's definitely on our radar. We want people to be able to purchase SQT on Base over there as well. Someone said, why do some projects decide to run their projects on their infrastructure instead of on the SubQuery app? So I think that's what that's saying, is why do they use the SubQuery indexer SDK and then choose to run it locally on their own infrastructure, I believe. So that's something that we will always offer people. We want to offer you the SubQuery SDK to use completely free, technically. Of course, you're paying for your own infrastructure, which we think ultimately costs more than our managed service or the decentralized network, but you can take our indexing framework and use it however you like, and we're not charging you for that. As I say, we also offer the managed service, which is an enterprise level managed service. It is centralized and run by SubQuery, and then we have the decentralized SubQuery network. Some projects choose to host it on their own infrastructure or host it locally because of the control that it gives them most of the time. Some people have quite a unique indexing use case, so they need to run it in unsafe mode, which you can't do on the SubQuery network. And you can do it on the managed service, but you have to pay a little bit more for a dedicated database. So yeah, generally they're hosting it on their own infrastructure because they just want the control, which is, in part, it's what we're trying to avoid, is they're centralized and they're controlling their own infrastructure. And if that goes down while they're asleep, there might be some issues with their app or something like that. But in the same vein, they have full visibility and control over it, and they can do more niche indexing use cases because they can flick on unsafe mode, which actually allows for more features to be able to use. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's something that we're happy to encourage. You can use SubQuery however it works for you. We're not trying to make you use it one particular way. Oh, didn't mean to bring that up, but you're welcome. Okay, will SubQuery still build on Polkadot's ecosystem? So If that is to say building the SubQuery network, which we originally announced would be launched on Akala, there's no need. We have launched the SubQuery network on Base. That's not to say we might not also launch it on other chains. Who knows what the future holds? But for right now, we are launched on Base and we're happy on Base. And there's no need to build our network on Polkadot. We will still, as our SubQuery indexer and RPCs, we will fully support Polkadot and indexing for any Polkadot or Kusama parachain. Absolutely. We will always support Polkadot and Kusama. I don't see any reason why that would change, but we're not launching our decentralized network on Polkadot. Yes, which is obviously just being launched on Base. We still support all these other chains. We're just launched on Base, which means you need your SQT on Base to be able to use the SubQuery network. That's basically what that means. Otherwise, there's not too much limitation in terms of us being launched on Base versus Polkadot. It's just what network you need the SQT on to be able to purchase index data or stake your tokens. Hopefully that makes sense. Cool. I think that's all our questions. If anyone does have any more, definitely go to our Discord or Telegram, ask some questions, get excited about the upcoming delegation campaign. I know we are. It's going to be super fun. And yeah, James will be around shortly. Suchi should be online for the next wee while. For me, it's about 10 o'clock now. So I'll be heading off soon, but I'll be back online in a few hours when I wake up. But thank you so much to Marta for joining and Suchi for joining, and for everyone else that made it here. Have a wonderful day or evening or afternoon, and hopefully we get to, not me sadly, but hopefully Marta and James get to catch up with you in person in Belgium potentially in the next week. Cool. Thanks everyone. Bye.